Just a few blocks down the street from the state capitol in Indiana, it's Lucas Oil Stadium, downtown Indianapolis, the home of the Colts. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. So glad to have you with us. Mike Tirico next to Greg Olson here in the booth. Off we go from Indianapolis. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. First carry for the man from Memphis, Tony Pollard. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 up. That play. From the 41. Here's 2nd down and 4. They'll run with the rookie out of Florida. And he'll get this up to the 44. Jalen Jones there on the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he will have a Titans 1st down. They're able to convert on 3rd and short, picking up 4.
All runs here to start this game, and this defense, they were nearly up to the task, trying to force a 3 and out, get off to a good start, but this running back, he had some other plans here, Mike, and he's going to pick up that 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10. Now this time they'll look to throw. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That one good for 29.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Now a give on the ground. He's to the 10. And he's in. Touchdown Titans. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive in an early 6 points.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. First carry now for the former Badger Jonathan Taylor. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. T'Vondre Sweat there on the tackle. They'll go again here with Taylor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the gun, Richardson. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Adonai Mitchell, the intended target. And that'll set up 4th down. The Colts about to kick this one away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's a run with their tight end. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they will finally run him down up near midfield. It's a big one for Tennessee. 32 yards.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete, and they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That one good for 26 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10. back to throw. Headed left, buying time.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 6. He'll try the right side this time. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Okonkwo. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
They'll send a man in motion left. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. We are through 1. It's the Titans out to the early lead. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. Titans football here to start quarter number 2. They've got it looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Receiver in motion, headed left. He'll drop to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go. So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind, as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Titans will extend to a 10-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get free.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Look wide, get this one complete, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Richardson will give it to Taylor, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like you might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
from the gun on third down. Richardson. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
Back-to-back 3-and-outs, and not ideal to start the game in that manner. So that's a really important throw right there. Let's see if they can build something from there. Brings up 1st and 10. Continue to let your opening script unfold. You got to go down and find some points here and get your offense settled down.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
2nd and 2, you're thinking, I got 2 downs to get 2 yards. How hard can that be? Well, against this defense, it turns out to be a big challenge. They take you back for a loss at 2, and now you find yourself on 3rd down.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete, and he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
They'll go. Richardson. He's got his tight end. That's Warren. And he's going to have the 1st down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Inside the 10, it is caught. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal. Out of shotgun, Richardson. Forced to his right. Good blocking, and he's in. Anthony Richardson. Touchdown, Colts. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll try to set up the screen here. Wow! And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down. They'll turn and hand this one off. He'll work forward for a couple. JT Tuimoloau there to make the play. Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. 2nd down, they need 7. Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he will score! Touch. Down Tennessee. That is second touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Titans are able to extend the lead. It's now 17-6. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Richardson to throw it here on first down. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Now Richardson. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's Richardson. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
They'll run on first down with Taylor. Not much to speak of on that one, maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop at just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. They go right back to Taylor. Finds room inside the 40. A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line. First and 10. Throwing is Richardson. Left side, that is caught by Warren. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down. Richardson. Right back to Warren again.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact.
That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Throwing, Richardson. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Three points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do them any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
A second down throw for Richardson. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
From the gun, Richardson. And this one's going to be intercepted. It's L'Jarius Sneed. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up first and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And a nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now, you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
And he is going the wrong way, tackled back at the 7.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face third and goal.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
These are the type of negative plays that you just can't allow to happen, especially when you find yourself trailing. They continue to lose chunks of yards on these sacks, and they want to claw themselves out of this hole. They're going to have to protect the quarterback.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Richardson to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Roger McCreary. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to